that thing. Woo, let me tell y'all, I don't even have enough words to express. I don't even have enough gratitude to thank God. It will never be enough. It will never be enough. So on this morning, I was supposed to be taking my mother to a food drive. However, before I took her to the food drive, I was at another place with my aunt. But listen, that's not the message. The message is if God got to get to you, he's going to get to you one way or another. So she didn't really read the whole instructions on the paper, right? So when I got to the paper and I read it, it said that today's service is going to be worship and a Thanksgiving, right? And a Thanksgiving. So when we got to the place, y'all, it was church. And before I got in that place, I told my mother how I wanted to go to church on this morning. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. That's not the matter. So we get there, right? We get there and there's a word. And guess who the word was for? The word was literally for me. God will do things. He will put people in places and events in place just to get to you, just to get that word to you, y'all. On this morning, I knew I needed the Lord. Each and every day I needed the Lord. However, this morning I said I wanted to go to church, but I said, you know what? I said, I'm just going to take my mother to the food drive, not knowing as soon as I got to that food drive, the church was there, baby. The church was there, so I got into the church. And I sat down, and y'all already know me. Can nothing separate me from the love of God. Not a turkey drive, not a Thanksgiving drive, not a food drive, not a basket drive, nothing, no man, not anything can separate me from the love of God. So when I stepped in that door, I already knew the word was going to be for me. Let me tell you something. God is strategic. God has humanity. God has a sense of humor. He has a way of getting you to that word that he needs you to hear. So listen, y'all, I walked up because I knew God was talking to me. I knew I needed a special prayer. I knew I needed to put God back in my heart. However, I was still there with my mother, right? So she's still there, and she's there for the Thanksgiving basket and the turkey drive and the food drive. But guess what? I was already filled up. After the word, I was already filled up with the Holy Spirit. I was already filled up for what God needed me to hear in that hour, y'all. I was already filled up. So guess what? We ain't leave with the basket. We ain't leave with the turkey. I left with the word in my heart because I believed that moment and that time, it was for me to get my butt there to church. Not for a food drive, not for a turkey, not for a Thanksgiving basket, but for a Thanksgiving with God in my heart. For me to put him back in his right and expectable places in my life, y'all. Y'all, that word was for me. I'm so filled up with the Holy Spirit on this morning because I know God can move mountains. Yeah, things might. Y'all, don't even get bothered by that, because when I get loud, when I shout, I'm just excited. I'm just excited because even I don't even know the pastor, but I don't even care about who delivered the message. I care about he's a good man of God, but I care about God, the one who put the message inside of his spirit to deliver to his disciples, because that's what we are, y'all. We are disciples of God. And I just want to give thanks. I'm already thankful, y'all. I didn't need to eat. I was already filled up. God had already fed me with the word. He fed me with the word, y'all. And I'm just so grateful. I'm just so thankful that I was in the right place at the right time. I was at the right place at the right time, y'all. And my heart left. I left with Thanksgiving in my heart. And other people was thinking otherwise, but it wasn't for them. It was for me.